So if you follow these 3 tips that I'm going to mention, I can guarantee that you're going to see not only fast growth, but more importantly, consistent growth on your Instagram account. So let's get to it. Just starting off the video with a nice little vibe right here. Can't go wrong with a monster, you know. Before we start off this video, I just want to say that these are not going to be the basic tips such as hashtags. We're going to keep it honest and raw, and I genuinely want you to leave this video thinking that you've gotten a shit ton of value. So I'm really looking forward to sharing these tips with you. And the reason why I'm making this video in the first place is just because surprisingly enough, I get a lot of DMs on Instagram asking me about this exact topic, how to grow a following on Instagram. So as I've already said, this video is going to go over 3 unique tips, but I'll actually also include a bonus tip, and that tip is just going to give you a lot of ideas on what content to make that is actually going to do well on Instagram. But yeah, let's get to the first tip for today's video. So tip number 1 is yes, quality matters, but not so much. And I'm not only talking about the camera quality and that you can take good photos with your phone as long as you have a good lighting. If you didn't know, a good camera with bad lighting is worse than a bad camera with good lighting. But what I am specifically talking about is wrong prioritizing. So quality can definitely help, it's good, but you can't prioritize that over things that are way more important, and that's a mistake I see a lot of people doing. They are focusing too much on quality, which inherently isn't a bad thing, but it is a bad thing if it takes away from your consistency. So before we move over to the second tip, and actually the most important tip, I just need you to remember that yes, quality can improve content if it's good from the beginning, but quality does not make good content. Having good quality can only improve your content if you have good content. But what exactly is good content? Well, next tip. So, tip number 2, and that is value. This is the number 1 mistake I see new Instagram fitness accounts make, and generally, not even new accounts, but just accounts that aren't growing. When it comes to Instagram, if you post like a caption about how your day has been, then no one is really going to care, and it's only selfish content. You have to think about how you can provide value, and providing value isn't as hard as it seems. There's 3 things that are going to provide value. It is either in form of entertainment, or it is in form of motivation, or it is in form of education. So all of those 3 things has the potential to provide value as long as you actually put effort into making it good. In the beginning, I would recommend for you to make like informative and helpful content or motivational. So just always remember that whatever you produce, whatever you post, you have to provide value. If it doesn't provide value, then no one is going to care, and it's not going to help you grow. And it's very easy to post selfish content because that's what you care about. You have to put yourself in other people's shoes, in the shoes of those who randomly come across your Instagram page. If you only post like vlogs and things about your life, why would they care? They don't know you as a person, so they don't give a fuck about what is happening in your life, your new PR. So I know that tip might seem pretty harsh to you, but I'm honestly just trying to make you realize that value is so important, because I'm genuinely making this video just to help you out. This is not typically the content that I produce, but I get this question a lot in my DM, so I just thought, hey, why not make a video out of it? So value is definitely the most important thing, and that's the thing that is going to give you engagement on your photos and captions and on your stories as well. Just remember to give value. But over to the third point. So tip number 3 is the importance of a schedule. And the reason why a schedule is so important is because it's going to keep you accountable. You have to have a schedule because it's way easier to adhere to that. And if you want to break that schedule, you kind of feel like, you kind of get this feeling inside that you don't want to do it, because then you're going to fail yourself. And that is good, because that is what is going to keep you accountable on those days when you feel like you lack motivation. And that is discipline, of course. So having a schedule is kind of the same thing as being consistent, but having a schedule is just going to make sure that you actually are consistent. but there's a few mistakes that I see people making when they're making a schedule. A lot of people just make the schedule too unrealistic, so they end up not sticking to it. You have to make it realistic so that you can stick to it for a long period of time. For the last few months, I've only posted like mostly once a week on Instagram, and that's mainly because I lack the schedule and a routine. So yeah, make sure that you have a schedule and stay consistent with it, make it realistic. So how many times a week should you really post? Well, I have some general recommendations, but typically for the most part, the more the better. But in most cases, I would say 3 times a week, and probably not more than once a day, because you're probably going to burn out then. Just focus on having a schedule and sticking to it, make it realistic. And now to the bonus tip, because yeah, this is something very important as well that I wanted to include, and that is just to give you a few examples and recommendations to what kind of content actually does well on Instagram. Well, in my personal experience and what I've heard and seen from a lot of other people, I can say that transformation posts, they do very well, and swipe videos, they do very well. I don't often do them just because I feel like they are very misleading, and as I've said, value is the most important thing, so I don't want to give anyone false hope or information. I'm gonna stop ranting about that though. Swipe pictures also do well, at least better than just regular pictures, because yeah, the person who's viewing that photo is probably viewing it for longer if there's more. And that's why Instagram promotes your account, because yeah, they're getting people to stay on their platform for longer. So it's just very important to try to do that with your caption and picture. And of course, when it comes to especially the caption, just make sure that you provide value. Then people are going to care. They are going to save it, they're going to send it to friends, they are going to comment, engage, like you as a person because you're providing value. So just make sure to provide value. And by the way, a quick little tip to get more comments: you can simply ask a question in your caption, but don't make it like a super generic one. I worked out chest today.
What did you work out?
Like, stop it. No one cares, you're not providing value. Actually make like a good caption, provide value, then ask a question about what their thoughts are in that caption or something else. So I'll do a quick summary to make sure that you take these points home. The only 2 things that are going to actually grow your Instagram is not quality and quantity, it is value and quantity, or value and consistency. And consistency, the way to reinforce consistency and to make sure that it happens, is to stick to a schedule, and of course a realistic schedule, something that you're actually going to stick and adhere to. I hope that this helped. Again, like, this is not like a typical video I make, but if you enjoyed it and found it helpful, just let me know in the comment section. You, not anyone else, you. And of course, check out my Instagram if you haven't. I just reached 5k Instagram followers, which I'm super grateful for. And hopefully the train will continue in 2021, where I will actually be consistent at posting, because yeah, that's the reason why I haven't grown so fast in 2020, I feel like, at least. So yeah, I hope these tips helped you a lot. Check my Instagram out and DM me if you want any help. Of course, I'll help you for free. And yeah, this has pretty much been the video. I would greatly appreciate it if you could like the video, if you got some value out of this video. And if you didn't like the video, dislike it and tell me what I can improve on in the comment section below. My name is Magnus Bulkan. Cheers. I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Subscribe if you haven't, and bye bye.